AI can write code, but AI cannot always understand whether the code is correct for your situation. That is why DSA is important. DSA teaches you how to think, how to break problems, and how to verify code. Today we will solve a very simple lead code problem, but we will not just write code. We will understand how to think like a programmer. So today's topic is solving the lead code 1672 problem, that is richest customer wealth. The concept that you will learn is 2D array, traversal, row sum, maximum, finding out the maximum time complexity. So DSA means data structures and algorithms. Data structure means how data is stored. Algorithm means the steps we use to solve a problem. Suppose you have a notebook of student and marks. The notebook is the data structure. The process of finding the topper is the algorithm. Here also we will have customers and their bank accounts. The data is stored in a table-like structure. Our job is to find the richest customer. So data structure is how data is stored and algorithm is steps to solve the problem. Now let's go through the problem. We are given an m cross n integer grids called accounts. Now what is accounts ij? So account indicates money of ith customer in jth bank. Let's take an example. So this is not a random list. It is a list inside a list. This means it is a 2D array. Now what does this mean? So this is customer 1 has unit of money in bank 1, 2 unit of money in bank 2, and 3 unit of money in bank 3. In total wealth he has is 6 units of money. Similarly, customer 2 has 3 in bank 1, 2 in bank 2, and 1 in bank 3. And total 6 units of money is his wealth. So each row represents one customer, each column represents one bank account. So one row equal to one customer. Sum of row equals wealth of that customer, and maximum row sum is our answer. Now let's take one example. Let's go through example 1. This is our accounts. Now what will be customer 1 wealth and customer 2 wealth? This will be 1 plus 2 plus 3 and 3 plus 2 plus 1, that is 6. The same example as the above. So the question is who is richest? So answer is both are wealth 6, but we only need to return the maximum wealth. So answer is 6. We do not need to return the customer number, we only need to return the richest wealth. Now we need to write the algorithm. So first we need to solve in plain English, then write code. This is the most important part of DSA. So this is our algorithm. So we start with maximum wealth equal to 0, then go to each customer one by one, calculate total wealth of that customer, compare it with max wealth. Then if current wealth is greater, update max wealth. And after checking all customers, return max wealth. So to solve, now see this example. To solve this problem, we need to visit every customer once. This is the nested loop idea. outer loop outer loop goes customer by customer. Inner loop goes bank by bank. So outer loop goes through the rows and their customers, and inner loop goes banks. So let us now write the code in Python. Let me comment it out. So let's start with Maxwell's equal to 0. Now let's start the outer loop for customer in accounts. Now let's initialize customer wealth equal to 0. Now let's start the inner loop for money in customer. Now let's keep on increasing the current wealth of the customer by the money. Now we need to check if the current wealth is greater than max wealth. Then we need to update the max wealth equal to current wealth. Finally, we return the max wealth. So initially we assume the richest wealth is 0. We pick one customer at a time. For each customer, we calculate wealth from 0. We add all bank balances of this customer. If this customer is richer than the previous richest, we update the answer. So there can be a shorter solution to this problem. Let's comment this out. So we initialize max wealth equal to 0, and for customer in accounts, we simply use the function max and sum provided in Python. So we take the sum of the customer in accounts and just do the max with the max wealth, and we keep on updating the max wealth. Then finally we return the max wealth. So this is the second version of the solution. It is shorter than the previous one. There can be yet one more solution that is extremely shorter. So this simply takes the max of all the, basically writing everything in one line. This loop is running here, and we are giving the max of that. Sum of customer for customer in accounts, and we are taking max of those sums. That is it. But we should not jump to one line solution when we are starting out. For beginners, do not jump directly to one line solutions. First, understand the loop based solution. Okay, so let's go back to our loop based solution. Let us uncomment it. Now let's do a dry run. That means we will run this code mentally in our mind. So let's dry run with example 2. This is our accounts. Now first max wealth becomes 0. Then customer 1 has 1 comma 5. His current wealth becomes 6, and our max wealth also becomes equal to 6. Now customer 2 has this array, so his current wealth becomes 10 and his max wealth, and now the max wealth also becomes 10. Now customer 3 has this array, so his current wealth is 8 and the max wealth will remain as 10 because it is less than 10. So our answer is equal to 10. So that's a dry run. Now let's compute the time and space complexity. So total numbers, time complexity. Total numbers are m multiplied by n. M is the number of rows and n is the number of columns. So this we are given here. And now we visit each number once. So our time complexity will be order of time complexity equals m cross n, because we need to visit each number once. Now let's compute space complexity. So that is of the range that is constant, because this O1 means constant extra space is required, because even if the input becomes bigger, extra memory does not grow. That's why it is constant. So now let us quickly run the code. So our test case is passing the dry run, that the code, the test case we did for dry run, that is passing. Now let's submit this and see. Okay, so all the test cases passed. So finally let us try with the shortest solution also. So dry run test case passes. Now let us submit and see if all the test cases pass or not. So okay, all the test cases have passed. So now let's come to the common mistakes that people generally make while solving this question. So first one is that people sometimes return customer index instead of wealth. So we should read the question carefully and return what is required. Then second one is that they forget to reset current wealth for every customer. They keep on adding to the previous current wealth. Third one is comparing individual bank balances instead of total customer wealth. So that is wrong. And this sometimes people don't understand what exactly is accounts ID. That's why first of all we need to understand the problem, read the problem very carefully and understand what it is saying. And this mistake is also made by the beginner solvers, that they jump to one line solution without understanding logic. That may give you answer, let you solve very quickly, but you will not be able to learn. So, so DSA is not about memorizing solutions. It is about understanding what needs to be calculated. Today, we learned that this problem is not just about adding numbers. It teaches us how to work with 2D arrays, how to traverse data, how to calculate row sum, and how to keep track of maximum value. In the next video, we will solve another beginner DSA problem and slowly build our thinking process. Follow coinslive for practical DSA preparation, where we do not just write code, we learn how to think.